guys, today I'm filming the first update for my summer project pan. Now I only finished one thing in this last month, and of course would have liked to have finished more things, but I applied my products a little bit differently today and I really like how it turned out, so it has made me more excited to work on these products. I also did not make as much progress on my complexion products as I had been hoping to, but last month I tested to review 4 different foundations, so that took up a lot of time, and some of them were powder foundations, so I didn't wear my powder, so not as much progress on those. But I do still think I have enough time left in this project to finish a good amount of these things. Probably not everything, but we will hope for the best. But without further ado, let's start with my one empty, and it might be a surprise to you. It was a surprise to me. This is the Benefit Do the Hoola Liquid Bronzer. Now this was not brand new, but I had never used this consistently. I probably used this like 5 times or something, like really not very much. But this comes with 5 mils or 0.16 fluid ounces, and I did weigh this at the intro, and I'll weigh it again now. At my intro, it was 0.479 ounces, and now it's weighing at 0.391 ounces. So there really wasn't much product in there to begin with, but I guess that checks out that bit of progress. So there was just 0.16 ounces in here and I used up 0.10 ounces. I guess that makes sense, but regardless, it is done. I pumped it yesterday and got the last little bit out, and I'm really happy I finished it before my update. So I actually really enjoy this formula. It is a creamy consistency, but it's super easy to blend out on the skin with a damp beauty sponge. The only issue is that this is very warm and orangey toned, so it wasn't the best for my skin tone, but I don't think it's deep enough that even people with a tan complexion could get away with wearing this. This is a discontinued product, but I really wish Benefit would bring it back and at the very least come out with the 4 shades that match their powder bronzer. And it needs to match. Like, this is more warm tone than the actual original Hoola bronzer. So great formula. The shade did not work for me, but I'm so happy to have this used up, to have finished a liquid product, finish a cheek product, and to feature this in my end of the year empties. I'm just feeling so excited, and I'm so excited in fact that I'm going to be a little crazy, and I'm going to roll in a cream contour product. And I do not think I'm going to finish this up. I just want to see what progress I can make in these next 2 months, and if I like it well enough, if I am actually able to see visible progress, I think I might roll this into my fall project to maybe have it finished by the end of the year. Again, I literally tried this on today to see what I thought about it, but that's it. So I'm probably getting ahead of myself here, but we'll see what happens. I am going to hope for the best. So this has been discontinued as well. It's the Benefit Hoola Quickie Contour Stick. It comes with 0.05 ounces, and this is something that I am going to mark on a piece of paper to show you my progress. This is a little bit more warm tone as well, so that's why I would really like to wear this summer, fall. And I actually applied it under my foundation and on top of my foundation today, so I'm going to play around with different sponges and brushes and, you know, before after foundation to see what I like best. And I'll have more of an update for you on my preferred application next month, but hopefully some progress too. I don't know, I'm feeling excited about this, and if I could finish both of these by the end of the year, that would be so amazing. And then I would only have 1 liquid and 1 cream bronzer in my collection, which is all I need, if that. So now for my progress on the rest of the items, starting with my primer spray. This is the 1 ounce size of the MAC Fix Plus Coconut. And I was right here at the intro. Now I am down here, and there is still a lot left, but I think if I keep at this same pace, I will have it finished up right before the finale, which is totally fine with me. I don't want to overuse this and waste it. I do really like the product. I just prefer the original version, and I have a lot of those as well. So let's see if I can finish it, but I do think so. And really, if it gets down to that final 2 weeks and I still have a decent amount of product in here, I will use it as a primer and a setting spray to use it up, because I'm not finishing the setting spray in this project no matter how hard I try, which I already knew, but this I can finish. I'm feeling very like blah, 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 word vomit today, so apologies. Next, for my all over primers, first is the Touch and Soul No Poreblem primer. I'm amazed by my progress on this one, and I was right here at the intro, now I'm all the way down here. So again, if I keep it the same pace, this will be finished by the end of the project, which is so exciting because I for sure thought that this would be rolling over into my fall project, but I don't think so. I really think I can get it done. And I made this much progress because I use 2 pumps every time I use this primer. And that's because I'm applying it with a brush. The brush just soaks up a little bit. If I just use my hands, I probably could get away with 1 pump, but I like the feeling of putting on my primer with a brush. So I'm just gonna keep doing it that way. I have so many primers to work through. This is old. I don't feel bad about it. I'm not using it on my body, which would make me feel like I was cheating or wasting, but I think still using it on my face, it does not feel like I'm cheating. So I have marked it, but I did weigh it as well. And that's because previously this really hadn't settled the best for me, but I do always leave it sitting upright. So it has settled, but I'll weigh it for you anyways, just because I did have a weight at my intro. So at the intro, this weighed 3.349 ounces. And now this is weighing 3.109 ounces. So I don't know if that tells you anything, but I think the lines do. I am making good progress. Then we have my other primer, which was just a deluxe size sample of the Murad Oil and Pore Control Mattifier. And this has SPF of 45 and it has already expired. It expired in April, but I'm wanting to use it up as soon as I can. The product itself is not old, it's just that SPF. So there's no more product in the actual tube, but that's because I put it in this little sample jar. The past few times I was trying to use it, I was having a lot of trouble getting out the product. So this has made it so much easier. So this is how much product I have. I should be able to finish this in the next 2 weeks, which is very exciting. Possibly sooner than that, but I don't use too much of this because I am using 2 primers and I don't want them to ball up on my skin. I do have a larger size of this as well, which is another reason I want to get through this one, but this should definitely be done by next month. Same with my foundation, which I'm really happy to see that I did make a little bit of progress even though I was testing and reviewing those other foundations. So this is the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. All these other markings are from my yearly project pan, but this third mark here is where we were at the intro of this project, and then this is where I am right now. So I do think that I can have this finished up by next month for sure, because I will use it every day till I use it up. And this is a little dark for me, so I do have a mixing foundation, and I'm not really wanting to make any specific progress on this. I'm just wanting to track it just because I'm interested to see how much I'm using it up. I'm not needing to mix in too much of this. I can tell that there is an air bubble in here. I'm not able to see through the packaging yet, so I believe I'm still up here in the black part. At the intro, this weighed 1.14 ounces, and now it weighs 1.097 ounces. So a little bit of progress there, which is great. Again, this is really like the first time that I'm weighing my product, so I can't really like wrap my head around what that means in terms of usage, but I do think it's nice for things where I can't see any visible progress to be able to track it in some way. So I'm happy to do it, but I'm just not like getting it fully in my head. So then we have my powder, which I also have only been using for about the past week and a half, same as the foundation. So I think I've probably made some progress, but not as much as I would like, but I still think it's possible for me to finish this by the end of the project. If not, it's fine rolling into my fall project. But anyway, this is the travel size of the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. It comes with 0.33 ounces of product. I did put this brand new into the project, and it weighed at 1.393 ounces, and now it's at 1.325 ounces. So a little bit of progress there. I do think I should have much more next month because I will be using that a little bit more consistently. And next, I'm going to show you my setting spray because last time I forgot to do it because I was going to show it after my bronzer. So I'm just going to show it to you now so I don't forget. This is the full size of the MAC Fix Plus Matte Setting Spray. This is in my year-long project pan, and I put it in this project knowing it was going to take me through my fall project as well, but I'm wanting to get a head start on it now. And I was working on, like not in a project, a little mini setting spray, and it took me longer to get through than I thought, so I didn't make as much progress on this as I would have hoped. But again, I do think this next month you will see a bigger jump in progress. So this is from my year-long project pan. The second line is the intro for this project, and this line is where I'm at right now. So woo, just a little bit of progress, but I really think next month we'll see a much bigger jump here. I do like this, but it is my oldest setting spray, so I want to use it up. And then we have my Hourglass face palette. This is the Ambient Unlocked palette, and this is too heavy for my scale. I'm working on 2 products in here. I'm using the finishing powder in Soft Light just to help brighten up in the center of my face, and then I'm using the finishing powder in Filter Light as a bronzer topper or bronzer buffer. And basically when I used this liquid bronzer, I set my face with powder and then went on top with this. Otherwise, I think it would have been too intense. But even still, this looks cool tone, but I feel like when you swatch it, it's much more warm, and the combination made me look a little orangey, so I'm not sad to not be using the combo. But I did use this today and I did really like it. I think it looked very, very pretty, and I have not made as much progress in this. I actually had thought about like totally abandoning this product, but I really like the way that I applied it today. I like the way it looked, and now that I'm not using it with that liquid bronzer, I just like it more in general. So I am going to try to stick to using this again. So in the lighter powder, I can definitely tell that the dome has worn down, and I'm starting to see a little bit of a dip in the product, which is great. The bronzer shade, I guess it's a little bit lower than the darker bronzer beside it, but not really. I'm gonna try to show it to you. I think it's gonna be hard to see the progress because it's so minimal. Yeah, I'm not sure the best way to show it, but that's what it looks like. I would love to hit pan on these. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I think it's possible. So before I was using the Real Techniques sculpting brush with the bronzer shade and the Real Techniques buffing brush with the powder shade. I wanted to use these smaller brushes because they'll actually fit in the powder, but I didn't love the way that these were applying this product. So today I decided to swap the brushes, and I like it so much more. So that powder that I'm using to brighten, I really want to get in there and pick up amount of product to give me this like really pretty glow in the center of my face, under my eyes, the top of my cheekbones. And then I am really wanting to buff that more bronzer shade because I am going to be using this cream contour. I do have another powder bronzer in here, and I think it made me be able to use the product without it looking like way too much bronzer. So I'm very happy I swapped the brushes. We'll see if I still love it, but I really loved it today. Then, speaking of bronzer, we got Benefit Hoola still here. Yes, I'm using this as my contour. It's been in 3 projects so far this year, as well as some projects last year. I'm sick of this, let me tell you. So this is where I am right now. You can see some good progress here. This is new. I think the pan's expanded a bit, but I have officially decided that I'm going to crush this up and use it loose. I am sure I will waste a little bit of product that way. It's gonna fluff up. I am not going to waste on purpose, but let me tell you, if a little floof comes out onto my desk, I will not be wiping my desk with my brush to apply the product to my face. Like, I'm sick of this. I would love it to be finished by next month. I will settle for the end of the project, but I am officially gonna be using it loose. I will put in a picture of what it looks like and how much there is loose, but that's what I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna use it as a contour, and I need this to be done. I'm sick of it. I never wanna look at this again, although I still love this bronzer, but like, sick of it, Joe. I've been panning it for too long, and it's such a thin pan. Like, I'm not understanding this. I've already repressed it. It has not really made it more powdery or go any faster, so I'm tired of this. I'm gonna use it loose, and it will be done if it's the last thing I do. Then moving on to eye products, I have my shadow stick, which is a mini of the Bobbi Brown in the shade Golden Pink, and I will put my paper progress on the screen, but I really did make some good progress here. I was surprised by how much, like, I knew I'd been using this basically every day, but when I saw those progress lines, I was very impressed. It is possible to finish this by the finale, but I will have to use it every single day, and it probably will go through that last day. I can roll this into my fall project, but I don't want to because I have some plans for what I'm going to do with my shadow sticks for fall, and I'm so excited about it. So I'm really, really wanting to use this up. So I will use it every single day, no matter what shadow I'm using. This is going to be my base. I don't care. This will be my base. And I have a mini of this. So like, yes, it'll be exciting to be my end of the year empties, but I have another. So it's going to go right back in there. My inventory numbers won't go down, but this does have a pretty nice value, at least for my end of the year empties. And then we've got my eyeshadow. This is Anastasia Birkin. I'm using it as a transition color. I did not use it very much over this past month because I was testing out so many palettes and I was trying to just use those palettes to create looks. So I think the pan's expanded a little bit, but not a ton. I don't think I'm going to finish this by the end of summer. If I can finish it by the end of fall, that'll be great. But I really have a lot of palettes to be testing in summer and in fall, so we'll see. But I really want to finish it by the end of the year. So I'll make it happen, but probably not going to be by the end of summer, but I'm still going to try. I'm not giving up. Then, oh, I was a little disappointed by this. So I have my last eye product, which is the Maybelline Lasting Drama Liner in Striking Copper. And I am basically right under the line of where I was last month. I did just sharpen this. I don't have to sharpen this very often at all. I'm just using it on my lower lash line. And I did use it some this month, but not as much as I would have liked because I actually reached for the ColourPop Rosette because some of the other looks, I wanted something that was like copper and rose, not this warm tone. So I'm hoping I will get more use out of it these next couple months. I believe that this will go into my fall project, which is a shame, but it will work fine there as well. But I was just a little bummed by that progress. And then we're gonna finish out with lips. I have 3 lip products that I'm working on, and I've made some progress on all of these, which is super exciting. I've basically just been like picking one up and applying it. I'm keeping it on my desk so that I can apply it before my meetings at work. I am back to work, still in a bunch of meetings. So I made some good progress on these. I hope I can finish all 3 of them. I think it's possible, but I may have put in too much, especially because this first product I put in as a lip balm, but I don't really use it that way because it's not that hydrating. This is the, oh, it's too small, like the NARS Afterglow lip balm in the Laguna shade. This is the size that came in the birthday gift. And here is how much I have left. You can see my paper progress on the screen. I did use up a good chunk, but there is still a ton in here. So I'm really not sure. I'll need to pick up the pace on reapplying. But again, this is not very moisturizing. It really doesn't give much color. So it's kind of like, what's the point? But I'm not giving up. And the next item I thought I would have used up with this update, but not so. This is a little mini of the Rare Beauty liquid lip balms, and this is the Nearly Neutral shade. I did take out the stopper, and you guys, I showed it on Instagram. I jacked up my hand. I stabbed myself with my tweezers so many times trying to get this out, and I finally, with a combination of tweezers and teeth, got it out. And there's a ton of product in there once you take out the stopper. It's a gloopy mess, and I'm trying not to waste it here. And I did weigh this product. At the intro, this weighed 0.185 ounces, and now it's weighing at 0.156 ounces. So I've used up almost 0.030 ounces of product, which I don't know, it doesn't look like a ton, but my number went down. Oh, you know what? Let me stop giving myself so much credit. I forgot to put the stopper on there, which is why I saved this. So let's see now. I'm disappointed. Okay, so now with the stopper on the scale as well, it is weighing at 0.164. So still a little bit of progress, but not as much as I was hoping. That's okay. That is okay. I hope I can have that done by next month. We'll see. I think it just depends on whether I am focusing on a particular one or if I'm just picking them up and rotating between them. But I do think I stand a chance of it. You can see some good window progress in here as well. And then we have my last lip product and my last product in general. This is the Sephora Melting Lip Click in the caramel shade. This is something that I was weighing. So at the intro, this was weighing 0.442. Now it's weighing 0.432. So not a ton of progress, but I have been using it. I've been using all of them. I've been trying to reapply or rotate between the three. So I really can say that I'm using these as much as possible. I'm wearing different lip products in videos, but I'm doing a good job of putting these on for my meetings, but I'm not wasting, I'm not overdoing it, I'm not excessively reapplying. So I feel okay with the way that I'm panning them, but we'll see about the progress. And I don't know, I'm still feeling good in general. I'm happy that I decided not to give up on this product, and hopefully I will have a lot more exciting progress to show you guys next month. I know this was a very chatty update, but hopefully you guys did not mind. And I want to thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.